Hi everyone, welcome to Tangle with Tracy Anne. In this week's video, I'll be showing you how to create a Celtic border. Before we start drawing this border, it can be quite tricky, so I've created this step out and you can find that on my website, so I'll provide a link below this video. To start drawing this border, I'm going to draw a line about a centimetre away from the edge and then aura that, quite a narrow aura, and do the same on each side. Using a Micron 01 pen, I'm putting a circle in each corner. Then I want to fit 4 more circles on each edge. To draw these, I'm estimating about a centimetre apart, and they seem to fit quite nicely and evenly spaced. So do that on every side. In the centre of each of these spaces, I'm going to draw a diamond. I'm now going to use the take off and land technique. So starting from the bottom of one of the circles, we take off and make it parallel to the side of the square. So you can see it ends where the square ends. Then on the other side of the square, we're going to go up and then land. So each time take off from the circle up to the edge of the square, and then from the edge of the square up and land on that circle. On the next round, I'm going to start from the corner edge of the square and take it up so that it meets up with the line with the bottom edge of the next square. I'm going to leave the corners and we'll catch up with those at the end. I'm now going to do the exact same thing but on the underside. I'm now going to go around where I originally drew the circles and just follow that line along, so it ends up looking like I've drawn little eyes. On the next round, I'm going to come out from the bottom corner of the diamond and take that line around to meet up almost to the next outer corner. But I'm stopping and leaving a gap so that I have room for that line to flow through. Go ahead and do this all the way around. Now go in from where we made that gap and follow that line around and stop where the other line stopped, and then take that from the edge and do this all the way around. Now we'll repeat that process on the bottom side of the pattern. I'm now going to go back into the corners and start filling in some of that pattern. Just finishing off that bottom edge in the corner, and then we can come back and actually finish those corners. So now I'm going to join up these loose ends. You can see where one flows onto the next one. And I can see now I need to go back and finish that, just that bottom loop on the outside corner before I can actually attack those corners. So we join those two strips in the bottom inner edge. And now we can continue that loop around the circle. And do this on every corner. And now draw the outer loop around the corner. If your threads aren't matching up perfectly, don't panic too much. I've got a couple of tips that can help you with that. I'm going to go in afterwards and use a gold pen, and that will allow me to sort of widen any of the loops where I need to, and it covers the black. Then if we have any bits in the centres that we made a mistake, you can always black it out at the end. So don't panic if you've made some mistakes, just persevere, and we can probably cover it up if you do make mistakes. No mistakes in Zentangle anyway. You can see here how my strip narrows, and I'm just going to thicken it a little bit with my gold pen. You can see how I've got little bits of black peeping out from the gold, so I'm going to go around the whole thing with an outline. I've chosen to use this Uniball fine point. It's a little bit thicker than my Micron 01. You could still use the Micron 01 if you like. I find this is nice and smooth, comes out really well, and I want it a little bit thicker, but that's your choice. I'm going to shade this piece now, but because I've used gold pen, I'm going to come in with my black Prismacolor pencil. If you've coloured the Celtic border with something else, you could probably use just a graphite pencil, but on the gold it doesn't look very good. I'm just going to shade wherever the pattern overlaps. If you like, you can erase the corners where we drew that border with the pencil. And now you can add whatever pattern you like in the center. Here's some I've done, and you can see on this one I've filled the inside with black pen, so if you did make any marks that weren't supposed to be there, that would cover them. On this one I've added some patterns, and on this tile I've just left it blank. So now I'm going to add a floral pattern. You could perhaps even put a photograph in it. I've just bought these beautiful new watercolour pencils. There's so much variety in them, so I'm excited to test these out. Once the paint's dry, I'm going back in with the watercolour pencil so I can add more depth to the colour. I used to use my Prismacolor pencils for this, but now that I've got more variety of colours, I can just use the watercolour pencils. And now I'm also doing an outline with just a fine liner back to my Micro 01, and there you have it. So here's my 4 samples. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, do that so that you don't miss out on future videos. And if you'd like to become a member of my Facebook group, there is a link below. If you found today's design a little bit tricky, head over to my website. There's a link below this video, and here you'll see written step-by-step instructions and diagrams so that you can follow along. Until next week, stay safe and bye for now. If you'd like to see more of my videos, there are a couple of links here on the screen, or head over to my YouTube channel, and while you're here, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching.